It's not your soul that Illuminati take, it's your spirit. Protect your spirits! Illuminati confirmed! Cue the X-Files theme! Hey everyone, Noble Xenon here, and welcome to the insanity that is Facebook. It's Insane People Facebook. Let's get started. So, this dude is pissed at the city of Toronto. This city doesn't want to function. I go to pick up a burrito downtown, park for 30 seconds with 3 wheels on the sidewalk, and end up with a $150 ticket. So brilliant. Why the hell would I ever purchase food friggin' downtown again? Are you friggin' kidding me? A friggin' $170 friggin' burrito, then drive friggin' home 20 friggin' red lights in a friggin' row? Who the hell's running this friggin' demented shit? Are you kidding me? What kind of friggin' functionality is this BS? Y'all want this city fail. Friggin' autistic dogs running our government. Autistic dogs has got to be one of the dumbest insults I've ever seen. Bro is mad about the fact that there are consequences for breaking the law. And bro is dropping F-bombs like it's his first time he ever heard of the F-word. Just wants to use it everywhere, cause it makes him sound more tough. And for these next few posts, I understand that the media has been a little too obsessed with Taylor Swift lately. Like, we don't need to know every single thing she's doing, but some people are just way too mad at her. They're taking it way too far. This first one says, I hope the Kansas City Chiefs win the Super Bowl. Boy, have I got good news for you. I can't stand Taylor Swift. She rips kids off with her ticket prices, and I don't do attention-seeking narcissists. What she knows about American football can be written on a stamp, and her boyfriend plays for the San Francisco 49ers, so I hope they lose. So who's gonna tell him that's the wrong team? And for this next one, I can't wrap my head around their logic on this one, probably because there isn't any, but still, if you let your kids listen to Taylor Swift, you're teaching them it's okay to be a witch and a Satan worshiper. Oh, I just can't stand her devil music. Man, these people have gotta chill. F Taylor Swift. What does she do this time? Real talk. What'd she do? Worst I can tell is use her influence to tell people to vote and be kind to others. Did I miss something? I don't want to get into it, but as a conspiracy theorist, she's just friggin' pure evil. Not because of the game, but her whole existence has been nothing more than being an elite puppet to mold the minds of millions. She's a dark energy witch, and F her. Oh, okay. When you were into spirituality as deep as I am, you can tell who practices and who has dark energy. Not gonna lie, being a dark energy witch sounds a lot cooler than being an insane Facebook commenter. And now, a few people who think teachers should be operating at a net economic loss. Unpopular opinion. Most teachers deserve to be paid less. So you don't want them being able to pay their bills, eat food, survive? I get what you mean, but maybe it would be better to pay teachers based on test scores, cause they would incentivize them to teach better and actually help the kids. I see one big problem with this. Teachers are gonna start focusing solely on the tests and neglect every other aspect of education. That idea is not gonna end well. But it gets even more insane, cause this next individual suggests to fire all the teachers, close down the schools, refuse modern so-called education, aka brainwashing. Wake up, they're indoctrinating your children. Who do y'all expect to pay your salaries? The people they taught years before. Skull emoji? Sounds like a Ponzi scheme. I don't get these people, I really don't. This next one is on a post about a school bus rollover accident. That's awful. How did this happen? And the reply, a drop in societal standards due to Democrat feel-good but do-nothing policies. Apparently some people just have to make everything about politics. I'm trying to calculate the correlation here, but it's just not coming to me. This next one is just, what in the world? Are you illiterate? If you read this, then you are, because there are no all caps words in the English language. Okay, so if you can read something, you are illiterate. That makes no sense. None. This next one really posted satire as proof. Not so fun fact. All lab-grown meat made available for sale is grown from human tissue. Enjoy. I don't disagree. Heard this for a while. Where do you find proof of this, though? Have anything to back this up? Boy, do they have something to back this up. A tweet! Thank you. This doesn't back up your statement that all lab-grown meat is grown from human tissue. Well, you need to do your own research. I don't expect anyone to believe anything from Facebook, but you do believe in stuff on Twitter, so is that not pretty much making the same mistake? This next one's just, what? Electronic clouds? This is what climate change looks like. This is what rogue weather looks like. This is what strange, irregular, and electronic clouds look like too. Ionospheric heaters, HARP, discovered worldwide, used for weather modification. Here we go again with the weather modification conspiracy theories. It's getting ridiculous. Apparently there are 24 around the world. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, then why not like, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell? And now, Tay Guy with a New Year's message. New year, new reminder. When watching the government you fought for get hijacked by criminal globalists, feeding fear and division through a corrupt media, be sure to flush regularly, rinse, and repeat with Tabasco sauce. Good lord! Then remind the blind to quit putting a C in demo rat and face the depopulation effort. What are these people on about? There are no longer political lines, only patriots and globalists. Which side are you on? By the way, Quiet Grudge has a suggestion for all you so-called patriots. If the ones who believe this are the types to flush their eyes this way, might I suggest a bottle of Dave's Insanity sauce instead of Tabasco? As biggest finger quotes humanly possible, eye medicine drops go, its potency is hard to beat. Thank you for the wonderful suggestion. And now for this next one, these people must have a very boring life to make this stuff up. Here we go again, chicken farm in Texas with 12 million chickens destroyed by fire. 12 million, that sounds like a lot. Biden's work, he's destroying America. You know, these fires don't just happen. Government wants us to eat their man-grown fake meat. It's all a setup, all intentionally done. Why though? Why would they do something like this? What's the point? It's a deliberate act of sabotage by government actors. What government actors? What does the government get from doing something like this? The government is coming after our food supply, poisoning our food, GMO chemtrails, border crisis. God help us, we are screwed. Mission Possible by Joe Biden and his entire administration. Soylent Green, watch that movie. It's all people, all of it. When are people going to wake up and realize what is happening? This was no accident, it's all part of the plan. Think we need guards on food distribution outlets now, or Bill is paying the owners off. Bill? What? This is all part of the elite's plan to starve us and take power. Sure, you expect the public to believe this is coincidental again? How many years incidents of this nature never occurred? And suddenly in the last few years, how many times cattle chickens? Seriously, the public is not gullible. Facepalm. Sorry to the chickens, much love. Yep, another WEF sponsored government job. I assume that's the World Economic Forum. Open door, open borders. I swear a lot of these conspiracies are just combining a bunch of different things, then saying, you see the connection here? No, I don't. And now the brain rot is strong with this one. Here we go again with the ionospheric stuff. HARP ionospheric heaters discovered worldwide, used for weather modification. Can you handle the truth? Oh, I can handle the truth. The real question is if I can handle your BS. HARP isn't just in Alaska, it's spread evenly all over our world, controlled in tandem with other weather modification programs, all working simultaneously together to bring hell on Earth! Meaning time is modified on a scale many people cannot imagine. Ever notice that time has been moving rather quickly lately? It's them! Every country has its own HARP ionospheric heater. Colorado, Massachusetts even has one. Their sinister goal, to destroy the natural environment of our Earth by blaming it on global warming. Ionospheric heater, powerful HF transmitter, 2.8 to 10 megahertz that induces a temporary and controlled change of temperature of the electrons at the desired altitude. Arrays with 1R of heating antenna pump electricity from the ground into the atmosphere. This artificial electrical alteration in our ionosphere creates many different effects, such as? Cause all I'm seeing is a bunch of unhinged stuff. These experiments are highly controversial, and probably not only affect our atmosphere, but they could also affect your mood. High-energy microwaves can pinch the electromagnetic field in the ionosphere like harp playing fingers. Ha! You see? It's all coming together! Harp! This can produce very low-frequency radio signals that can penetrate land or water, sometimes up to depths more than 100 meters or 328 feet into the ocean, making it a possible communication method for submarines. According to an earlier report by the South China Morning Post, China is now building an even larger and advanced facility in Sanya, Hainan, with the capacity to manipulate the ionosphere across the entire South China Sea. I think these waves might be melting my brain. Oh wait, it's your post that's doing that. Anyway, they claim that these ultra-low frequency waves generated by these powerful structures could even affect the functioning of the brain and human body, causing side effects such as headaches, cancer, loss of concentration, and liver problems, just to name a few. Spraying heavy metal particles means increasing atmospheric conductivity. Global warming or climate change is the cover article, which if used together with these heaters, are used to create all kinds of natural disasters, or so they say, such as starting fires that burn houses instead of trees, creating earthquakes, modifying atmospheric electrical properties so much that it creates hurricanes, tornadoes, and floods. Written by who knows who wrote this? Good lord. Okay, but you're forgetting the most important thing. Why are they doing this? What is the point of them trying to destroy our planet? Like, what is that going to achieve? What benefit does it give them? You see now why people who aren't into these kinds of theories think you make no sense? And now we have a local former gym owner on Pepsi. If you flip Pepsi upside down and backwards, it spells is dead or is dead. In one way or another, they always tell you the truth. So Pepsi is dead, huh? I have not seen that one in over a decade. Remember when some individuals thought that meant Obama is dead? Yeah, that made no sense whatsoever. And I love how some people reacted with shocked emojis as if that's some kind of revelation. Alright, after all of this Facebook insanity, let's go over to some Reddit insanity where people are willing to do some crazy things just because someone is trying to steal their food. Either that or it's just Redditors making up weird fantasies again. Here we go! When I was younger, I worked at an automotive shop. We would throw our sodas and Gatorade in the break room fridge. It would be hot as shit in a shop during summer, so you looked forward to your cold-ass Gatorade. Somebody started to drink people's drinks from the fridge. I had a couple of Gatorades taken, so I decided to buy this green neon-looking Gatorade and drink half and filled the rest back up with antifreeze. I put a little bit of crazy glue along the side of the cap so it would feel like it had not been opened before. Sure enough, a day later, the sports drink was gone. No one said anything, but our stuff was respected afterwards. Wish I could have seen the person's face when they took the first gulp. Ah yes, what a totally normal way to deal with this situation, not totally unhinged. And here's another. So a few years back, my husband and I both worked at Home Depot. Different locations, but we had this one guy who was asked to transfer from my store to my husband's because of his hygiene. What smelled like neckbeard? The guy was also a notorious lunch thief. Everyone knew it was him, but we could never catch him in the act. One of my husband's coworkers brought in 5 McDonald's cheeseburgers and left them in the fridge only to come back to 2. He knew this guy's MO and stuffed dog heart dewormer in the cheeseburgers. Please tell me this is just another fake story from a Redditor. Later that night, the lunch theft had to leave and my husband found the bathroom had been wrecked with vomit everywhere. And the reply, I get that people stealing food is annoying and screw that guy and everything, but that was one step too far in my opinion. Yeah, if you're willing to do stuff like this, you are actually going lower than the food thief here. And trust me, food thieves are already pretty low. And another Redditor says, I cannot fathom why you and other people are saying it's too much. They're stealing your friggin' food. You bought it and you're expecting to eat it on your lunchtime. You have to waste more time and money to recoup what someone else stole for free. How the hell aren't they fired when caught too? It's just beyond me. Bruh, other methods exist. You don't have to go to such extremes. Again, after I left, an employee was eating and drinking people's food in the fridges during the overnight shift. One guy gets upset, takes an empty Gatorade bottle, peels the label and writes, spelled R-I-G-H-T-S, his name in big black letters on it, fills that thing up with antifreeze since it has a sweet taste, left it in the fridge, thief drank it, got sick, went to the hospital, didn't do anything to the guy that put the bottle in there as there was technically no rules on what people could put in the fridge and the label was removed and his name clearly on it. Laws exist though, so you don't need a rule that says don't put poisonous items in the fridge. Oh, this happened at my dad's work. Every second or third day, someone would steal his coworker's blue Powerade. Those things are expensive. He talked to his boss, HR, nothing happened, so he took it into his own hands. He got the top off without breaking the seal, poured a third of the Powerade out, and poured antifreeze in it to fill it up. His Powerade never went missing, and another guy was in the hospital for 2 weeks. Ducking linemen are crazy. Oh, I'm convinced now, this has to be fake for karma. No way so many people are coming up with such similar stories of pouring antifreeze into people's Powerade or Gatorade or what have you aid. And there are more stories, but I don't want this to get way too long, so we've got to move on. The things Redditors will do for karma. This next one is driving without airbags, not wearing your seatbelt in a totaled car. This Civic looks clean, grats. Can I ask a question though? Why are you wasting time with this? You're not being paid, it's a recall, so what? Don't get in a wreck and you won't find out. I mean, who cares? I'm not spending time and energy for some BS. Jesus, just let live and drive to where you gotta go. And no, I don't smoke weed. I'm driving a totaled Civic with no airbags and no seatbelts for context. Ain't no bitch. Yeah, this so-called genius says the obvious solution is to just not get into an accident. Duh. It's not like all those things like airbags and seatbelts were made for safety reasons, right? And now the government that gives me money terrifies me. These words are the most terrifying in the English language. I'm from the government and I am here to help. Ronald Reagan, born February 6, 1911, died June 5, 2004. Hello? Wait a minute, don't you receive government assistance? That alone is not enough to get by, though. So you don't think the government is doing enough to help because they don't give you enough free money? The lack of money, it's just terrifying. Ah, here's another conspiracy theorist. We're not gonna make it. Earth is the only real planet, created by God himself. Really? So you think every other planet is fake? The others are named by astronomers, so that's proof that they're fake, huh? No believable proof that anyone has ever visited other planets before. Moon landing, fake. Mars pics shot in the Nevada desert. NASA images are CGI. I've been to the Kennedy Space Center, and all I could see was lies, agenda, propaganda. We cannot go to other planets. Astronauts can orbit up in space above Earth's atmosphere, but cannot land anywhere else. Or else we would, but we don't. Instead, we lose the technology to do it again, and all we see are CGI images. Space is the second heaven, a spiritual realm we don't belong in. God prohibits space travel. That domain does not belong to us. The space agenda is strictly set to discredit God and the Bible. Who would name the planets after other gods, besides people who want to discredit our own God, the one and only? Those so-called aliens you talk about are the fallen angels. We are God's only creation, though nobody wants to believe that. All I can say about this one is, oh God. This next one's just funny. The problem is we start our day on our cell phones, not on our knees. And the response? I'm not sucking tea first thing in the morning, facepalm. Bro. Anyway, after all that, imagine being proud of posting this. So this morning McDonald's was not expecting me. I asked for 2 sausage cheese biscuits. First round they had no cheese, so I got it fixed. Second round they had no sausages, so I got it fixed. Then only one had sausage. I went back in and stood in line, quietly. My turn came up, I stared right in his face, opened my goopy cheese biscuit and smeared it all over the countertop, then threw and stuck one side of the menu. I said, "Have a McWonderful day," then went home. That was absolutely how in the hell do you not put sausage on a sausage cheese biscuit and just mound up cheese instead? Wheel, I hope he has fun cleaning his cheesy ass menu. If this is real, which I doubt, why would you do that? And if this is fake, why would you post this? And the reply, man, you showed that cashier who wasn't involved in the sandwich making process who was boss. Fantasizing about making minimum wage workers' jobs a living nightmare? How sad do you have to be to do something like this? And now, is it childish to want people to be able to make a livable wage? Maybe I'm a goddamn bleeding heart liberal hippie, but I would definitely pay 50 cents more for fries if it meant the person making those fries didn't have to work 3 jobs to survive. I mean, the price of those fries have been going up anyway. But the reply, not a hippie, a child. A child. Really. And for this next one, someone makes a post, spent an hour trying to find multicolored rocks. Dumb, but worth it. Most people wouldn't find a problem with it. Some people might find the post a little bit pointless, but this Redditor took it to a whole different level. I remember doing this when I was younger, except I did it for me. I didn't pull out a phone or wave someone down for validation for picking up some friggin' rocks. People like you are the reason my choices for president are a bald idiot billionaire and a corrupt war criminal grandma who can't even stand up for more than 5 minutes. You weaken society. Edit. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. You spent an entire hour doing this. That's amazing, man. Hopefully they make a statue of you someday for your amazing sacrifice to picking up stones. All they were doing was sharing something mildly interesting. Here we go again with people who have to make absolutely everything about politics. It's like all they think about. It must be absolutely miserable living like this. By the way, they're not done yet. They go into the DMs and tell them to KYS. Can't even enjoy picking up some stones on the beach without seeking male validation online, or validaton as they spelled it. Fat B, you can't control your weight because you are weak as hell mentally and you have nothing to offer. KYSIRL. Wow. You completely owned them. These Reddit trolls, they just waste their time trying to make other people mad. But really, it's just exhausting, so I've got to end it right here. So, I'd like to thank all of my channel members, especially Amethyst Phoenix, Jay Demby, Catalin Cormendi, Mike Hawk, Hold Up, Nightcrawler, Stormcloud the Wolf, VicMeister1999, Zoe Horsham, and Goodnight Cheems. If you'd like to join, just click the join button below. Feel free to like, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell if you enjoyed it, and feel free to comment if you've got something on your mind.